Building a house is like building the center of your world. It is the one place where you're close to the gods in the sky, to ancestors in the underworld, and which at the same time is the starting and ending point of all journeys. For an urban migrant such as I, what has been lost forever is the ability to say, "This is the center of my world." Somewhere in some village, my ancestral house must still stand. But the center of my world lies in the imagined, in the house I was born in, my childhood house.
Does winding have to do with the alarm?
Yeah. It's like a spring with a bell. Okay, this is done. This is gone, no?
No, that's fine. Why? Oh yeah, something about.
So you take that soft case. Do you have any? What are the things that are breakable with you?
Alarm clock. I don't know what else I'm taking. My computer.
You're taking an alarm.
What am I taking that's breakable? Everything is. I'll get there. Daddy. Mama. In that trunk there's only old fabric.
Yeah, these are all your things.
All of that is fabric and my clothes are 2%.
No, it's not 2%, Zuzu. You just please.
These aren't clothes.
See, what is all this?
What is this?
That's an old sheet. How did it get there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'll take the cloth. You take your
Then
clothes.
I'll just separate the cloth and the clothes.
And then this trunk I'll take down because I have to put props into it. Okay. Say goodbye, trunk. This is going down.
When I was 10, I slept in my parents' room. There was a bunk bed that's at the farm now. So their bed is on that side, and on this side there was my bunk bed and like my desk and stuff. This room is perfect because when I switch off the light, like it's dark throughout the day, so I can just go to sleep. I mean, it's like an attic room.
What, did you do this?
I
No,
haven't
no?
done this.
You can get your B flat band. Correct. Yeah. Then the B flat and G. No, B flat, B flat.
This is my grandmom. When I'm sitting inside on my bed and if it's raining and the door's open, you can see it outside here. I love that feeling. And I don't know, for some reason I just really like coming out here. I used to love having that there. I thought if I could ever get up there, that little terrace thing over there, then it would be really exciting. But I think I did it once and it's just horrible. It's just like nobody's been up there for 200 years or something. But I miss my room in this the most. On my dad's birthday once and on New Year's once or something, we came up and put candles. It's really pretty in the night. And I used to have fairy lights outside here. So yeah. I used to love going and sitting up on the roof because then you can just see all the trees. But the house is really old, so my dad used to keep saying that we should never do that because we could come crashing through. But once me and two of my friends sat up there and just ate all these guavas. Like we ate about 30 guavas combined. And it was the most fun. So yeah.
When the sun's rays fell on the floor, it seeped through the thin lines of a green slate that held the mosaic together. Two glowing dots were created. When I covered one dot, another one emerged down the line.
So my dad's mother's side of the family was Tamil Christian. For them, my dad and his sister used to come down during Christmas, and his maternal granddad used to have these big roasts like hanging from the kitchen. I think it was Christmas Eve or something, and suddenly I heard these bells ring. So my mom said, "Oh, I think I heard them from that side." So we went to the kitchen, and then I was there for a bit, and then I came back, and under the tree there was this box, like this huge present, and then outside it wasn't there earlier, it was only there after the bells, and outside that window there were all these like pieces of ice, so they were like, oh, the reindeer just visited.
You remember the stage, we had lights up here.
I remember the lights, I don't remember people coming for
The show.
We used to enter through the back door.
You enter from here, this was the stage.
God, we must have been so mental.
And how do you go to the kitchen?
No, kitchen is to climb over the stage. To go to cook, you have to enter from there, climb over 2 levels of stage and go to the kitchen. And finally we did away with that. And there was no this thing we had taken off. We didn't have this partition.
So what else do you have to do? Have you finished your room upstairs?
No. Have you finished your packing?
Yeah.
Because we're going to take off the room upstairs.
Yeah. And put it where?
Take it to the farm. I can take all the boards to the farm if you want it.
I found one good play cookie.
Good.
Thank God.
Which one? Not the.
Michael Train only. But in the four-act,
This is the lovely room. We call it that because we used to have like a table here and lots of... How did the name Lovely Room come?
Lovely room. When we did it up, no?
We did it up really nicely. Julie painted the walls.
We painted the walls.
So she painted like salmon, orangish.
Yeah.
I remember, and my mom wrote that Joni Mitchell song Woodstock over here. We are Stardust, Millionaire Carbon. And
We inaugurated, we had a lunch party, you know, with Leela on the farm and all that.
oh, I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
Maybe before I was born you inaugurated it.
Yeah. No, that's
But
No, not before you were born.
Oh, sorry.
Lovely room was only after Zoe was born.
Yeah. Sit here.
Yeah.
Where went my phone?
But the kitchen is new. This was actually my big portico.
yeah, whenever we used to have parties, we used to put one table out here, and like the food or the drinks or whatever would be in the lovely room. And yeah, I don't know, the name just stuck. Like I always call it the lovely room.
I tried to recall my room and the view outside, but I'm so displaced by time and distance that all I can do is imagine. Many afternoons were spent here. I don't remember this place looking so bleak and grey. Maybe it always was, or maybe it's just the harshness of this light today. But I must tell you that it looked truly beautiful just before the rains, enveloped by a warm yellow haze so characteristic of the Delhi dust. And playtimes then didn't have to wait till 5 o'clock. Today, Janmashtami, the birth of Krishna, is being celebrated. When we were small, Janmashtami was a very big thing here. We used to compete to find the ground in which we could start digging to build exhibits showing Krishna's birth. Nowadays, they tell me the children are more excited about dancing to songs of Krishna. In fact, they're just getting ready for their show.
This house has actually been charming for my mother and father because my father shot films here, my mother used to do poetry, and we used to have a lot of theatre people and parties. And when Keith and I, we both married, we made it into a theatre space, and then we shot films here. Yeah. We did nothing new. We had rock music shows outside, poetry reading, rock band. So this house, one thing about this house is it accommodates anything.
Yeah, that's
it just opens. It's just open. It's pliable. It allows you to mold it into what you want it to be. So for that, I think it's really an amazing personality because it's not rigid. It's open. It lets you do what you want to do. I think
and we really experienced it because during wedding party, this is a project that we're doing and it required a found space. And it had a huge gamut of characters, everything from a vadyar, like a traditional vadyar, to an Anglo-Indian wedding planner, to a Muslim auto rickshaw driver. There were all sorts of characters, Bangalore characters. And we were supposed to find a space that would suit this wedding. And the idea was to go to a chowltree. So we went to a chowltree, impossible because hijras wouldn't be allowed. Then somebody said, oh, there's a beautiful old Baswan Gudi house that'll work well. We went to the Baswan Gudi house, it was really good. But we couldn't, Felix, the Anglo-Indian wedding planner, it was too rigid for him. And we went to Jenny Pinto's studio, it was lovely, airy and all of this. Everything. There was either a problem with parking or with neighbors or with acoustics or with too rigid, too firm a belief system. Something was... And we were rehearsing here the whole time, looking for found spaces. And then suddenly, Cookie said, we just do it here. And it was so, I wish I could show you photographs of that play. It was a prominent performance. And nobody's energy didn't fit. But something the house retained itself while accommodating all this. I don't know, it's really I don't know whether it's architecture or energy or God knows what, but it's quite freaky. I don't know.
But to make up for his clumsiness, he possessed the gift of perfect pitch, which meant that he could sing up a storm, howling out the melodies of the most popular songs of the day, and never going out of tune. This is how Luca came to have such unusual companions.
So do it again, not now after they're finished, but do your next piece.
Okay. My next piece is a poem.
I'm filled with surprise.
Again, work your dynamics. So don't remain in that high-pitched state. But bring it down again. Examine those eyes.
Okay. Examine those eyes. I'm filled with surprise. Taxidermists should pass off on you such poor
Why are you
glass.
filled with surprise?
That they've given you
Yeah,
such a
so
cheap
make
thing.
it mean that. Make it mean that.
Okay. Examine those eyes. I'm filled with surprise. Taxidermists should pass off on you such poor glass. So unnatural they seem.
It was one of Shakespeare's tragedies. Was it Hamlet, or Lear, Othello, or Macbeth? I quite forget. But it was one that surely closed with death. At the appointed hour, I walked into the theatre. The auditorium was packed. The hall was in a stir. I walked into the 13th row and found my numbered seat. In front of me, a lady sat. She had long and lovely hair that dangled from behind, a beautifully fashioned crown. But sound! She did not take off her hat. I felt a growing rage.
சத்யா இதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணுமானா எடுத்துக்கோ இந்த கிளாஸஸ் எல்லாம் நான் சொல்றேன் என்ன ஒண்ணு எனக்கு நான் சொல்றேன் Cookie, what point are those plywood boards with nails in them, no? Okay. Millia, ಆ ಪೀಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಇದೇನು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಖಾಲಿ now the pots is anything else. This is the farm, but in the car. Okay.
What happened?
My balls is on the door. No?
Okay, I don't have to talk about that. No? Wanted us to vacate. We actually said no, we can't leave now, we need 3 years because we had to finish her school and then she had to go to college. And I was secretly happy that Zoe was leaving, I don't know whether it's good or bad, but that she was leaving a month earlier than when we had to vacate. So during the rainy season, this house just implodes, it collapses, and then water rises from underneath and it just somehow struggles to survive. And then suddenly in November, when it just gets cooler, it just lights up. It just becomes an amazing house.
Prettiest house in the world. The light is perfect. It comes through the blue glass, and everything is just like magic. Everything is pristine.
It just changes.
How can a house be like that?
It kind of lifts up.
Yeah.
We've so many times we talked about
Yeah.
it.
In fact, we've always said, God, we're so grateful to be leaving in the rains.
Yeah.
Because we would never, we would die to leave it. If we had to leave in December, it would be just too terrible.
Yeah.
But in the rains, we're always complaining about it and saying, oh, that's so
Yeah. We told the owner also that we want to take the gate, we want to take stuff, and put it in the farm, so at least we keep
also
some
to
of
have
it.
it, because to have it, this door, how many people have walked through this door?
And I don't think so much as it's like some attachment to it. It's just this is such a open kind of house. It just allows for anything. It allowed for me to play rock music and do all my crazy 70s thing in it, and my sister to be like in politics and NGO stuff and children.
We keep trying to figure out whether like it's all the energy that's been put into it over the years so that it can be recreated, or it's just the energy of the house itself, because like moving somewhere else and having this sort of energy, like it would take lifetimes. I can't like the farm has an energy of its own, but this energy is like it's not just our energy, it's all the people who
When you think of it, the spirit leaves the body, no? Spirit leaves the body. Everybody says the spirit leaves the body, so the soul goes away. But the body had so much of that stories in it, no?
Yeah.
So that it also has that being in it. You
Yeah.
can't just say, oh, okay, now the
It's
insects
irrelevant.
leave, the eyes will go, and the dust will go. That's all lovely. But that metamorphosis, that change also is got infinity in it. No?
Yeah.
That also has the spirit, actually.
Remember those years? It was so great. Just Cookie and me way before Zooey was born. What happened to you?
What's wrong with you?
Jesus, Zoo.
No,
And you're complaining about me.
no, actually, it's good we're leaving because
Yeah.
we never have left.
Please say goodbye.
Sneha saying that, madam. I don't know who to.
Play both. Play
Oh,
Sneha
yeah, I
and
don't
say
know.
goodbye.
Please Neha.
I can say
It's her father's house, no? So play Sneha.
Yeah. And also I tuned into D, so I can't say